me out. This is So Says Mr. Thunder. I'm Mr. Thunder, and today is Monday, May the 13th, 2024. This your first time coming to the podcast. Appreciate you for being here. Somehow you heard about it and you got here, so that's definitely a blessing. And for those of you who have been with me on this journey for the last year or so, thank you. Because a lot of you have been a part of these podcasts and have been inspiration or input on what's being said on this podcast. So with that being said, I appreciate you all for spending a little bit of time with me to kind of just talk about some things. I guess I need to apologize for being away for 2 weeks. I know I pride myself on consistency. You know, at the same time, life happens and you got to adjust. So with that being said, a lot has been going on with me personally. Kids continue to get older. Got one getting ready to graduate college, another one finishing up their first year in college, and the other one finishing their first year of being a parent. Then the other one, just realizing where he is in life. So these are all things that have been consuming me, along with, just personal goals as well. And I just speak from being a father, right? Just being a father. So there's some things that require my attention because it is what I'm supposed to be doing. So with that being said, today I kind of want to talk about being able to navigate in life, and every now and again referencing your operation manual. Yeah, I said operation manual. So I don't know if you're the type of person that does this, but I'm the type of person where everything I buy, I keep the operation manual because I don't like to read, but I like to be able to have something to go to when I can't figure out why what I've purchased or what I've obtained is not doing what it's supposed to do, or it's not doing what I expect it to do. And I think that, sometimes in life, matter of fact, I know for a fact, I'll rephrase that. I know in life that we operate through the lens or direction of expectation. We are expected to do certain things in life. We are expected to accomplish others. And then on the flip side, we have a purpose, right? There's something that we are destined to do, that God has put us on this earth and given us this life to accomplish, which is our purpose. Now, depending on which direction you come from, you could be walking in expectation. So I'll use myself as an example. Expectation as a father is to be able to provide, protect, and ensure that my children are, on the right path. That is the expectation. Having 2 kids and raising them in the way I was able to raise them, I started to learn what my purpose was. And my purpose was to be the best father that I could to them based upon the information and knowledge or wisdom that I had that I could, give them. So every now and again, I have to really put my dad hat on, right? So, my daughter, Sky, I talk about her a lot. She is my biggest chapter, I would say, in the evolution or development of Mr. Thunder. Because of her, I had recognized that I needed to be a better man. Now with my son, I just knew I had to be a dad. But the expectation with my daughter was to be a better man. In order to be a better man, I got to be a better father. So these things were happening, right? But they get older. The things that you're expected to do by, making sure that you discipline them, making sure that you're, guiding them in the way they're supposed to go. Some of those things go in one ear and out the other more fluidly than they used to because they don't hold as much weight. So then I have to lean on my purpose and I have to let them go through something that I'm trying to prevent them from going through, because that's my expectation, is I'm supposed to protect my kids. But as we know, anybody who has kids, is responsible for kids, or just somebody else that they're raising, sometimes you got to let them stumble. You got to let them fall. And then when they come to you, then you have to walk in your purpose, and realize that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. At that moment, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And no matter what's happening in the world, or what's going on with your life, you have to focus in on that purpose. And it may be frowned upon sometimes, because we found ourselves in a situation where we landed based upon the expectation or the purpose. Somebody's always going to have a misunderstanding of why you operate the way you do, because they don't understand what direction you're coming from. They only know that you're supposed to be doing something based upon how they obtain the relationship with you. Goes back to what I say about buying things. So I buy TVs, I buy PlayStation. I done bought, what else did I get? A dehumidifier, a little refrigerator, and I got all the operation manuals for those. Why do I have them? Because I feel that at some point, what that device is supposed to be doing, it's not going to be doing it anymore. And the only way for me to be able to figure out what's wrong is to open up the manual and understand what it's supposed to be doing versus what I expect it to be doing. And I think approaching life by understanding that sometimes you have to reference your owner's manual, knowing how you landed in this situation. Does it make sense for you to revisit the owner's manual, and have you learned something on it? Because everything that we do is based upon a decision that we make. We have to be okay with it. Now, if it doesn't go as expected, then we have to realize what our purpose in making that decision is. Now, if it does go as expected, we have to understand the purpose that the expectation has brought you to. What did you learn from that? What was the positivity that came out of that? Right? Or vice versa. Are you walking in your purpose? Are you doing something that nobody else understands, but it gets you to a point of expectation, like maybe the next level? Maybe it elevates you financially. Maybe it puts you in a better situation to grow, to be a better person. Whatever that case may be, your purpose has brought you to this point. As I feel like with this podcast, I feel like my purpose is to be able to pour in and receive the things that people have learned in life by applying it, and understanding that their wisdom is based upon their operation manual, meaning that I can read you and find out why you are doing what you're supposed to do, because you've explained to me what the expectation is of your purpose. Now, people may miss that. I've explained to you the expectation of my purpose, meaning that I choose to walk in my purpose to be the better version, or better man, or the best version of who I can be in any situation based upon your expectation. And that's never going to change. And also being able to understand that about other people, because there have been times where I'll be like, I don't understand why this TV ain't working the way it's supposed to. Why can I not connect a Bluetooth speaker to it? It's supposed to. The expectation I have on it is that it's supposed to. But then I go back to the owner manual and I open it up and realize that the purpose of this TV was not to be connected to Bluetooth. Simple lessons that you would have learned if you would have read the operations manual from the get. But some people are so quick to dive into the expectation that they miss the purpose of their decision. Do you have an operations manual? Do you know what direction you're being drove in? Are you being drove by purpose? Does it lead to expectation, or you be driven by expectation that has lead to you finding your purpose? Either way, I want to hear about it. I love to hear about it. Give me 10 minutes of your best. Get on here and share some of that with us. Or maybe you got another message. Maybe you want to respond to something, or maybe you just want to share a good report. And I definitely would love to hear it. So go ahead and follow the Instagram page, So Says Mr. Thunder. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, So Says Mr. Thunder. I've only done a couple videos, but I'm trying to, go ahead and get big with that. But everything happens in this time. And my purpose is to be heard and not to be seen. And the expectation that people have is that they need to see me to hear me. But I tell you right now, all you got to do is pick up the operations manual of So Says Mr. Thunder, and I will guarantee you that you will understand what your purpose is so that you can meet the expectation based upon how you navigate through this world. This has been So Says Mr. Thunder. I appreciate you for coming. I'm a Native American of this country, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Go ahead and sign up or subscribe to the podcast Spreaker, which is what this is being recorded on. Otherwise, you can subscribe through Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and I always say there's one more. So either way, you definitely can find me, and I want to hear from you. So thank you again. Until next time, I'll holler.